Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Episode 2 of Fictional Fatales. I didn't know I would really see the day is where, I'm a part of, I don't know. But, Ryuko versus Ruby. Like, Shadow versus, or Venom versus Shadow. I thought of this in my classroom, because I go to school. So, wow, I did that. Ryuko definitely wins by a large margin. Um, First of all, she has more abilities than Ruby. Um, she also can like transform her outfit, and she can she has two forms besides her normal form. Well, technically three. Uh, One of her forms is where she's a little more spiky, and the second form is where she basically turns into a rocket. So she can turn into a rocket and fly at high speeds. She can also combine the two to make super spiky rocket person. I made that up. Um Also, one of the things about Ruby, she is strong because she balances Crescent Rose on her shoulders. But you know, Ryuko still wins. Sorry about that. My mom just gave me a sandwich. But she basically, uh, her scissor blades are really sharp. They can also transform. She can turn into like the decapitation mode version is where it kind of like so it's better for her to cut, and there's like other forms, and then there's the actual scissors is where she can actually cut things, which that's how I imagine her winning. But Ruby, she just has a high caliber scythe, which is a rifle and a scythe, and oh god, sorry about that. I'm trying to open this smoothie. Oh, oh, that's actually good. So yeah, Ruby also has I forgot what it's called, but she can like move really fast. And then she also has silver eyes, which I think it blinds people. I could be wrong about that. So, there's that. But how I imagine the battle going is like Ryuko thinking Ruby is the one that killed her father. Because the origins of Ryuko is that she was like tested on and fused with life fibers, which she's half human, half life fiber, which is like it's basically just clothes, but they're alive. And almost every character in Killer Kill has life fibers. Sorry about that. I'm eating a sandwich. So get into a little scuffle. Both of them use their special moves. Rico comments on Ruby's like fighting style. And then she combines her dual blades to the scissor blades and cuts Ruby's Crescent Rose, which Ruby did style herself, and cuts off Ruby's head. So that's how I imagine the battle going. Uh, Hold on, I need to look up the story of Ruby. Um, so let's go to Wikipedia. and all the characters are huntresses. So Ruby, Yang, the two others, Ruby, Whis, Blake, and Yang. Um, they're all associated with a different color. Ruby, of course, being red, Whis being white, Blake being black, and Yang being yellow. And their first name initials make Ruby. So there's that. Um, I'm trying to find the story. Uh, the story. It's a world of remnant composed of our four kingdoms that are plagued by malevolent creatures known as creatures of Grimm. So yeah, Ruby and all the other characters, fight Grimm. Uh, Grimm creatures, which I just made a Grimm reference. Who else knows about that? Um, Ryuko, her world has life fibers. Ruby's world has, sorry for the background noise. Um, Ruby's world has, Grimm creatures. So, their stories are very similar, with both of them having, in the, Kill la Kill universe, they have, aliens. And in the, Ruby universe, they have, creatures. I don't know if they're from Earth or somewhere, but, you know, they're very similar in, their skills. They both have, big weapons. Both of their main colors are red and black. One of their parents died. Ruby having her mother die, and Ryuko having her father die. And so, you know, I think they would have, a really good interaction with each other. With how, Ruby being impressed by Riko, and Ryuko, of course, being impressed by Ruby, and them being evenly matched until, Ryuko turns into her Super Saiyan form and cuts Ruby's head off. So yeah, I forgot to mention that. Ryuko can go Super Saiyan. Um, but, uh, finding a picture for this episode was very hard, because there wasn't a lot of pictures with just them two without the death battle thing, because most of them is just the death battle thing. So, that's very hard to do. This video was a long time coming. I tried doing it last night, but I had to go to bed, because, I'm 11. This is my third time doing it. The last time, my parents interrupted me. So, I'm doing it now. So, here. This is it. I prefer Kill la Kill over Ruby. I watched a little bit of Ruby. Kill la Kill seems like a cool series besides the TNA. The characters are fine, and both of them. There's of course the supporting characters, and there's the main character. Sorry I'm yabbling. I'm trying to make this hit the 15-minute mark. So, other similarities between them. I don't really know other similarities besides both of them or waifus to some degenerates living in their parents' basement. Um, wow, sometimes, people just exist to like these things. Um, I would say, 6.5 out of 10 for Ruby, and an 8.5 out of 10 for Kill la Kill. So there, so this is how the battle would go. Ryuko is walking down like a sidewalk, and she sees like Ruby, and she's like, like all that, and she decides to confront Ruby because she thinks she's the one that killed her father. So Ruby's like, what? Huh? What? I didn't kill your father. I don't know who you are. And Ryuko's like, liar. And then they get into this cool fight with Ryuko's blade and Ruby's percent rose. So now Ruby tries to shoot Ryuko. Ryuko dodges. Ryuko uses her blades. She turns into the cut mode for her blades. That doesn't work. She turns into the super spiky mode. And she tries to like. So it's like extra protection. Because she doesn't have that much armor. And then she turns into her Rocket Man mode, as I like to call it. So that happens. Ruby like attacks Ryuko. And Ryuko is getting weaker and weaker the more she uses her thing, because the more she uses her powers, the more it weakens her. So yeah, that's something I didn't know about Ryuko. And then they fight. Ryuko turns into Super Saiyan, and then she like uses the scissor blades and cut it cuts the top off of Crescent Rose, and then Ruby's head gets chopped off, and it like head just flies off. And like of course Ruby uses her powers, which is her dash ability and silver eyes, all that. I honestly prefer Ryuko, like I've said in this video. Um, so that's episode 2 of Fictional Fatals. Um, I don't know the full story of Ruby. I haven't watched Ruby that much. I only watched like an episode or two. I haven't watched Kill la Kill at all. I just know that Ryuko was born. She was like fused with life fibers, and she was a failed experiment. So she was kicked out of her family forever. Um, her father found her. He got plastic surgery to look like somebody else. There's that, and then he dies, and he gives her a part of the scissor blades, and then she finds his killer and kills that person. Gets the other half of the scissor blades. So that's the story of Kill la Kill. And I don't really know the story of Ruby. I just know that Ruby's mother is not a part of the living anymore. So there's that. Uh, I don't know anything else besides they fight big creatures. So this is episode 2. I have the next episode, if I can find the page that I wrote, will be Mr. X versus Pyramid Head. Ooh, stay tuned for that. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.